Shout out to everybody. Welcome back. Soda Pop Jones said, teachers help make their students smarter. Dog trainers just hope they'll be less stupid. I wanted to continue on with this issue with the dog trainers, since that's the most recent video and everybody is, it's fresh in people's minds, which is something that I have said that I'm going to do going forward. It's not good, I don't think, at least not for me. And I learned this when I started writing my book. It's hard to go from one topic and then jump to a completely different topic. It's better to process something over the long haul and get a thorough understanding of it. So that's what I want to do here. So I'm going to elaborate on the most recent live stream about these goofy, fraudulent trainers. These people are scam artists. Nothing short of scam artists. Now, I listen to a lot of other content creators. Like I said, I can't help. I have to. I have to listen to other content creators in order for me to create content, because listening to other creators is what motivated me to make my very first video and channel. Started with motivation, and I have to keep it going by being motivated by what other creators do. And some of the people I'm subscribed to, when I catch them live, they will basically threaten their viewers to donate, to drop a Cash App. They will basically threaten the viewers. You better donate something to the donos, give a super chat. And they'll give, some of them will say how many super chats they have to get before they continue. And if they don't get it, they will end the live stream. Now, I have never said somebody support the channel. Somebody drop a donation and support the channel. Support the channel. Be sure to support the channel. People can see the option to support the channel, and you come off like a scammer. You come off like a con artist when you do that. At least that's how I see it. That's just my own personal perspective. I know people have their reasons. They say, well, if you're watching, you need to support it sometimes and all this kind of stuff. Look, some people who watch our videos is broke. They're flat broke. And if you get a donation, it's only valuable when you don't ask, because that's when people feel so motivated and they start to appreciate it. They say, this is great content. I'm about to support it financially. That's when donations matter. So to avoid coming off like a scam artist, please stop doing that. Content creators, stop doing that. But today's world, people don't mind coming off as scam artists. So they'll beg and beg and beg and beg. Nowadays, people don't care about coming off as a scammer. And the problem I have is that people will look at people like me as a scammer, as a scam artist. But they won't look at people like Zach George as a scam artist, when that's the true scammer. His YouTube channel got over 3 million subscribers. 3 million. And very few people, if any, look at him and other dog trainers as scammers. Yet, they're the biggest scammers out there, because what they say that they do, what they claim to do, they don't actually do. And I've proven this over several videos. We have gone over cases where dogs have been trained They have been trained and they still launch attacks. The reason this is a subject on my channel is because right now, as I speak, the big talk in the dog world is the need for dog training. Here in the United States, over in the UK, in Ireland especially, but all around the world, people are trying to throw out ideas and suggestions to the dog problem. Most of them lean towards training. Y'all remember several times with the XL bully, several of the advocates for the XL bully said licensing. They've been pushing the license narrative hard because it involves training. Well, you have to go through training as the owner yourself, and then after you've undergone training, you train with your dog or whatever. They talk about training as the magical cure for dog attacks. No, it is not. These people don't even train these things. The only thing they do is start feeding it. Shout out to somebody who made that comment. They said that all these trainers, long ago, they figured out that these trainers can't do anything with dogs that doesn't involve food. And that's a flat out fact. So this article surfaced yesterday. And it's one of the many articles that surfaced trying to make a response to the increase in dog attacks. Horrifying dog attack in Flatskack. I don't know where that is. Don't know how to pronounce that. A disturbing pattern emerges. Now, when I saw this phrase right here, of course, phrases like that always get my attention when journalists spot out these patterns. I've been saying for the past few days, been talking about patterns. Pattern recognition is important in my opinion. That's how I operate. So I jumped down to pattern of dog attacks. This incident, however, look at this, blah, blah, blah. And look at this. Need for responsible pet ownership. Here we go again. The increasing instances of dog attacks underline the importance of responsible dog ownership. Only talking about dogs. Okay. Ensuring pets are properly trained and vaccinated can significantly reduce attacks. Lie. That's a lie. What training has proven is that training is not effective. That's what it has proven. How to train your dog to stop attacking. We saw Zach George attempt to do that and fail. And this article surfaced, I think, yesterday as well. It's like I said, here recently, they're trying to throw out ideas, or at least having discussions about the solution to dog attacks. And I've been saying for years, dog training is worthless. These are dumb, deranged, brainless mutants. You can't have control over their brain. And the real problem is this obsession on people's part to have control over other living creatures with brains of their own that's supposed to enjoy freedom. Stop trying to control other living organisms and just mind your business. That's what it really boils down to. Just basic human decency. And just being a sane human being should be enough to keep dogs out of society. But they want to insist on training. And this is the same media outlet. Did another article. Look at that. Basically the same thing. How to train your dog to stop attacking. How to train your dog to not attack strangers. How are you supposed to do that? You saw Jack George try to give a demonstration, and clearly that was a failure. You, as a trainer, no matter who you are, you can't go up to a dog and start feeding it and say that just because it's not trying to attack you, that you've now trained it to not attack strangers. That's the most that these trainers, so-called trainers, is able to do. And y'all keep buying their nonsense. Well, let's look at trainers in action. Obviously, that's what we need to do. We obviously need to watch these people in action.
Hello. Can I have exhibit number 13? This is the last and final call for you. Rottweiler puppy bitch, exhibit number 13.
That is disgusting. I'm sorry, I had to point this out. That's disgusting. You can see saliva dripping from this thing's mouth. That's abnormal. That's not just me taking a dig at dogs. That's abnormal, like I said. And I've shown other animals that pant, they don't pant like that. It don't get to that extent where their tongue's completely hanging out of their mouths and saliva is dripping out of their mouths. More signs that it's a mutant and it's abnormal. Okay? Now, I want to skip to the part where this idiot gets attacked by his own stupid dog. And of course, and of course they would. Look at this. And this is a trainer. Trainers are not supposed to be victims of dog attacks at all. No matter if it's their own dog or not. They're not supposed to be victims of dog attacks because they're the trainers. They're the ones who have all the knowledge, right? They're the intelligent ones. Okay, I can't find this moment where this guy got bitten, but it doesn't matter because the number of videos that's out here is endless. It's pretty ridiculous. This is a trainer. It's a dog trainer. Some control. And this dog got a muzzle. It tried to bite him. It would have bitten him had that muzzle not been on there. So this would have been a case of a trainer who was attacked by a dog. But these supposed to be the magical people in your society who's supposed to save the world, save the dog world, make it so people can own these things safely, as they're always talking about. Oh, own it responsibly and keep everybody safe. Whoa. Y'all remember this joker? Y'all remember this lady, right? Now, y'all remember this lady? I know y'all did. This is a very famous video right here where the trainer was brought in to examine this dog and help these people with the dog's aggression. 2 days prior, his rescue organization hired a trainer. And after this, the trainer recommended the dog be euthanized. Y'all remember this? So it's biting her. You see, she's not reacting. She's not doing nothing. This is what Zach George supported yesterday. And this is what they all, you can look it up. Here, that article I just pulled up. Look at this. They recommend that you use positive reinforcement. And that is when the dog becomes aggressive, you ignore it. You ignore it. That's what they recommend. Only use positive reinforcements. So when it's aggressive, ignore it. And then when it's calm, you give it food. Okay? And I can't find that part in here, but it's in here somewhere. Right here. Number 4, reward calm. Wait until the dog relaxes. Do not pet him or reward him for his frightened state. You mean aggressive state. Anytime a dog gets aggressive, they claim the dog is actually frightened and afraid, which is a lie. Because when they're afraid, they show signs of it. Tuck tail, head slump, and they're not being aggressive. But talk calmly and firmly to the dog until it relaxes. Talk saying what? Don't understand you. Look at this. When he is relaxed, then reward him with affection or treats. Now, affection doesn't work. They even recommend that you reward the dog with praise. Praise doesn't work. The dumb dog cannot understand human language, and it does not understand affection. The only thing it will interpret as a reward is treats. Treats. Nothing else. Food. Nothing else. Now, how is that method supposed to train a dog to not bite strangers? How is you ignoring this thing when it's aggressive, and then after it calms down, you give it food? How is that supposed to reduce its aggression? Dogs don't operate like that. Dogs, when they want to get rid of a type of behavior displayed by their puppies, they use aggression and nothing other than aggression. This dog has already bitten her multiple times. She starts throwing food at it just then. You got bit again 2 more times. And this is after she started throwing food at it. And that's their go-to. Every single time with these trainers, food, throw treats, treats, treats. And then when it starts eating it, they'll say, look at my magic. Look at what I'm doing. Hoo-hoo. It's no longer being aggressive. Then it gets done eating, go right back to attacking them. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We're about to expose this nonsense. And you see the owner. This is the typical type of owner who gets attacked by their own dog. The dog, some trainers say that these passive people who don't use aggression, who don't force the dog to do what they say, some trainers say that the dog interprets them as the beta in the pack and will assume the position of the alpha. And that's what they would say, that that's why this dog is attacking this lady. So this was a trainer who was attacked. If trainers are getting attacked, if trainers get bitten, how they're supposed to be the ones to change dogs, to make them safe? They get bitten all the time. I read a statement by a dog trainer once on here, and that dog trainer admitted just that. You can never you never know what's going on in the dog's brain, and that they could attack anybody at any time. Another trainer said all of us have been bitten. Y'all remember I shared that? A dog trainer said, hey, we as dog trainers, we've all been bitten. Now, what is supposed to make this dog not want to attack her? How is her ignoring it supposed to deter the dog from launching another attack? She attacked it. She was attacked for no reason. She was robbing on the dumb thing. The dog's eating right now. She's rubbing on it. She's trying to train the dog using positive reinforcement, people. She got the food right there, and when the dog does something she doesn't want, she pulls on the leash. Now she's giving it commands to sit and all this kind of stuff. pets it. That's supposed to be affection. And it attacks her as she's being affectionate. And she's in serious pain. As she's being affectionate, it attacked her. Just like with Zach George. Dog snapped at him as he was petting it on top of the head. Y'all remember that news anchor who was petting the dog on top of the head, and the dog snapped when he tried to pull his hand back. Tried to bite his hand as he tried to pull it. So affection doesn't work. So stop recommending affection as a way to reward these things. Y'all all know that that's not a reward in the dog's brain. Only food. Only food. And if all you're going to do is wait until the dog calms down to give it food, that dog's still going to look at you as a punk. And it's going to look at its aggression towards you as the reason why you forked over the food. Because you're not supposed to give away food. That's what makes them view you as a punk. Giving food away is unnatural for dogs. They don't do that. The only other dogs they feed is their own puppies. Just like every other. Why are y'all so uncomfortable? Why is it so hard for y'all to behave like normal human beings? That's why I say this is a primitive lifestyle. It's primitive. Literally cavemanish. Through and through. Here's another trainer. Look at him. Attacked. Where's his magic? Where's the dog magic? Why didn't he see this coming? Why don't he have control over this thing, you arrogant idiot? That's why. Because he's an arrogant idiot, big dummy, just like all of these so-called trainers. Just can't accept that you don't have control over these things' brains. It's almost like the dog that bit him thought that this small dog was attacking him and came in to help. Because they always help other dogs. Dog probably thought that was an attack. Figure I'm going to help. And you see how unprovoked it was? He didn't do nothing. And you want to sit there and tell us these things never attack unprovoked? Y'all the primary ones saying that. That usually comes from trainers. All dog attacks are for a reason. They never attack for no reason. Yeah, the reason is just to see you bleeding. That's the reason. Just to watch you die. Just to taste your blood. Yeah, that's the reason. Another train. You can find these videos. You can find these videos all day. All day. This is a trainer. Clamped onto its trainer, its owner. And did not let go and actually started to bite more and shake. Where's the trainer magic? Where's this magic they're supposed to possess? So much that we're going to rely on these trainers to make dogs harmless. More arrogance. You arrogant dummies. Stop. Just stop it. Stop with the trainer advice. Advice to get dogs trained. How many reports have we heard of where cops were attacked by their own dogs? Countless. So training is worthless. And listen, if you're a trainer, if you're a behaviorist, and you disagree, go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comments section. All I ask is that you clarify that you're a trainer, share your website, share the name of your company, wherever you work, or if you have your own business. We want to be able to verify that you're a trainer. I want to be able to verify that you're a trainer before I even entertain a discussion with you. And that's not me trying to be uppity, but I'm clearly putting in work. I'm putting in the research, and I'm showing through demonstrations where you're wrong. And I expect the same effort to be put in if you try to refute anything. Simple as that. Now, this is to Zach George. Yeah, I used Zach George in the thumbnail. But it's also to any trainer. Any trainer. You trainers, I've found and shared many of your articles, your websites, many of the things that you said publicly and on your websites, and I haven't heard from any of you. Haven't heard from any of you. The only trainers that have left comments on my channel have been trainers that agreed with what I was saying. Have y'all noticed that? That's the only time that a trainer will reveal that they're a trainer and actually say something. Is when they're coming clean. Like, yeah, I'm a dog trainer myself, and I agree with you saying. Yeah, I'm a trainer for such and such company. I agree with you saying. Thank you very much. We're making progress. You journalists, y'all see this. Y'all see this. Y'all see what's going on over here, where every trainer that shows their face is admitting the truth, and none of the trainers that disagree, none of the trainers that say the things that they say, willing to back it up, try to substantiate it. And that tells us everything we need to know. All right, we're winning. Dog culture critics, and I like that name. I like that name. That's all we do. We're critics of dog culture. We got it right. Simple as that. Oh, man, I feel so much better. I feel better about having covered this subject after doing 2 consecutive videos on it. I'm going to do this from now on. And that was, it was getting to me. It's making me feel like I was never doing my job properly or doing the videos properly. Because I feel like, I should have got deeper. After each time, each video, I feel like, man, I didn't get deep enough. Or, oh, I forgot to say this. Oh, I should explain that in a different way. So doing it like this, sticking with the same subject, for a few days, longer than normal, and producing some of the videos with the members. For whatever reason, I feel more comfortable. It helps me when I do it with the members than publicize it. So all the little changes that I'm doing is ways to help me to continue doing this, to stay in a, healthy state of mind. It's a job, staying in high spirits, stuff like that. So bear with me. Big shout out to everybody able to join me for this live stream. And I hope, wait a minute, big shout out to, I think we got a member who's reached. Shout out to AP, who has been a member for 5 months. Said Dr. Jero at least learned from his failure to control androids 17 and 18 in Dragon Ball Z. Domestic dog trainers don't even have that modesty. And it's pathetic, isn't it? How their most popular trainers, all they do is feed the dogs. No matter what they do, except for Caesar. Depending on what type of trainer you're dealing with. The positive reinforcement trainers, all they do is start feeding it. Whatever the owner wants to be done, their solution, pull out food, throw food, or don't give it food. Caesar, he'll come out, poke it in the neck. Right, karate, chop the dogs in the neck, and that's it. I don't think I ever seen Caesar use food as a way to train these things. I've never seen him use positive reinforcement, but nothing works. at least twice we can pull up videos where Caesar was attacked on camera. Can you imagine how many times he's been bitten off camera? Same with Zach George. You know he's been attacked. You know he's been bitten. But he's not going to share that information. That's another thing make these things a scammer. They only show what they want us to see. Shout out to everybody able to join me on this live stream, and I hope to see you back on the next as we continue with this crusade.